Welcome in. We're catching up with Durant coach Tony Newman here, getting toward the end of the season, Coach. 6 games left after tonight's game. Actually, maybe 5 after tonight's game.
5 after tonight.
Big things to talk about. 2 wins this past week. You guys improved to 8-8 overall, 5-5 in the conference, and I know that kind of was one of your goals. I think I called it a couple times in the paper, March to 500 or something. Right. It wasn't offensive, but I mean it's a big deal. You guys getting to 500 is very, very, very cool, and it's a good goal. And I mean, you guys have to be feeling pretty good right now.
We are. We talked a lot at the beginning of the season. We wanted to be anywhere from 12 to 15 wins, and it's not out of the picture now, but it's obviously a lot harder now when we're sitting at 8-8. And I think the girls they finally really started to come together and see what they can do.
You guys started out last week, last Tuesday the 18th, with a road win at Wilton, 47-45, in a close game. We'll get into that. And then followed that up last Friday with stunning the conference, and many people, maybe not yourselves, but a lot of people upset 5th-ranked Mid-Prairie on your home floor, 52-43. Starting with Wilton, I guess. This game had no, it didn't mirror last game at all. Last game, you guys took care of business, 67-43 win at home in a game that really wasn't in doubt much of the game. This game was a little bit tighter, especially down the stretch in the second half.
Yeah, we played pretty tight basketball. Girls weren't as loose as they were at home, and there's kind of a point there right out of half. I think half we had a decent lead, and then real quick we got 7 points. All of a sudden it was 33. I think it was 33-16 at that point, or 33-17, and I just thought, okay, here we go. We're going to break it open, and then we didn't score again till the end of the quarter. We just had a long stretch, and we missed 8 bunnies. So I mean, we had all kinds of chances to break that game open and just couldn't do it. And we shot very poor free throws, especially in the fourth quarter. We missed all the front ends of our 1-and-1s and missed some big free throws that would have gave us a chance to widen that margin.
No, they also, to their credit, in that second half, they limited you guys to 1 shot. It seemed like in the first half, you guys had 26 points, tied to 11 after the first quarter. You guys outscored them 15-6 in the second quarter. Overall in the game, you guys had double-figure points in every quarter, which is
that's where we
really
want to be.
well.
Yes.
But yeah, in the second, when you guys came out, Ashley Williams had a run there of 4 or 6 points right off the bat. Got a couple steals, converted those, got that big lead, and then they have some good rebounders.
Yes, they do. And we did a very poor job of boxing them out, and they were getting 2 and 3 and 4 looks at the basket every time. So
their rebounders, traditionally, Coach Putman over at Wilton, over the course since I've been here, his program has had rebounding, and that's a calling card for them. It's not that you ignored it by any stretch, because the rebounders I'm talking about is Jenna Brandmeier and Olivia Reifert, and Reifert's just active.
Yeah, I think she had 20 rebounds again. That's twice we played her. She's been in the 20s. So we need to. I mean, we didn't do a very good job identifying and boxing her out. You
guys got outscored 18-10 down the stretch in the fourth quarter. As it got going, they actually had a chance to win or tie going to force overtime. They missed a 3, unfortunately uncontested. And then the rebound putback didn't go in, and then time expired. So I don't know if you want to call it escape.
Well, that's what we told the girls. You know, kind of a win's a win. We got away with one and escaped on our biggest rival's home floor. That late in the season, it was a nice win. And Wilton's playing much better basketball. I mean, they ended up winning the next night, beating Wapello, which I think was a 9-18. So that was a big win for their program, and they just played hard in-your-face defense the whole game. And they didn't give up.
They're young too. I mean, they don't have. You guys are a little more senior-led, so I mean their best days are ahead. Starters, scoring-wise, Janie Bodkins 11, Ashley Williams had 10, 2 double-figure scores there, along with Sydney with 15. Paige Compton had 2. Emma Enslinger had 7 points, 10 rebounds. Those might be career highs on both accounts.
And Emma really has played well here down the stretch, and it's kind of given us, I mean, maybe not an offensive threat, but those 7 points were big that game. I mean, it's not there every game, but she stepped up and made a couple big baskets for us, had some big rebounds that helped us win.
When you get production out of Emma, does that kind of help cancel out point production from the other post and roll your
Yeah,
take your chances with the other?
We've been kind of going with one post most of the year, and Emma's seen a lot of court time. Ashlyn Kessler then kind of comes in, and we haven't done it. It started last year. We went to more of the one post philosophy instead of the two posts. Just looking at the matchups of the other teams we play, it's a quick guard league. We just have to be able to match up. So
Wilton was led by Grace Austin with 22. Reefer had 16 points, 22 rebounds. I think that might be like 4 or 5 straight double-doubles or something. That's insane.
right.
So 6 games left after in the season. After that, going into Mid-Prairie. Mid-Prairie, you guys, they got the best of you last time.
Right.
So it's kind of interesting because second time around in the league, the scores are different most of the time. And this is the good side of that in a way. And not that Wilton was the bad side, but it's a little more white knuckles on the steering wheel type. Mid-Prairie, you guys led pretty much after each quarter, I believe. 12-9 after the first quarter. Actually, you trailed at halftime, 23-21. I'm sorry. You guys were ahead 23-21 at halftime.
Right.
And then after that, you guys were ahead 32-29 after the third. And then the fourth quarter, too. So they get in your face, too.
Yes, they threw every defense at us. They started in their 1-3-1 half-court set and their 2-2-1 three-quarter court trap. Fortunate for us, they weren't able to make a lot of shots early on. I mean, they did put up 12 points in the first quarter, but early in the game, the first 3-4 minutes, they didn't have a basket, so we could get the ball in, didn't have to worry about that press, kind of found our rhythm, put up some points early, and they struggled to shoot all night. And some of it was we contested a lot of their outside shots, and some of it was they just missed some close shots, which we've been in that same situation. We were in that situation at Wilton, so.
Janny Bodkins had 13 to lead you guys. Sydney Lilienthal had 20 to lead you guys. Janny had 13 points in support of that. Ashley Williams had 5, Paige Compton 6, Emma Enslinger had 2. Bench play had 3-player score. Ashlyn Kessler, Lindsay Kelting, and Kristen Portsman each had 2 points off the bench. Mid-Prairie, no double-figure scores. That's pretty important. They had some balance, however. Mallory McGarter led them with 8. Katie Redlinger had 8 off the bench for their leaders. So, they're ranked 5th at the time. You snapped their 5-game win streak, kind of threw a wrench in this conference race.
Right.
There was a 3-way tie at that point between Mid-Prairie, Regina, and West Branch, so you're probably not going to get a Christmas card from Coach Pennington, I'm guessing, at this point, but maybe that's not your goal, I guess.
Well, we still have West Branch and Regina twice, so hopefully we can help them back out. But and we just talked about before the game, there's a lot of things about timing and how things happen and when things come together. And the great thing about girls basketball, especially high school in Iowa, is everyone goes to the postseason. So you can not be where you want to be at this point in the year. And we talked about we weren't. We went down to Mid-Prairie before Christmas. We were down, I think, 20 at half. And the second half, we ended up outscoring them. We only lost by 11. We made it a tight game. We talked about playing a whole quarter, and we talked about Kelting and Portsman, Kessler, in front of the girls, in front of everyone, just kind of playing loose, playing relaxed, coming in. And the first half they each came in, they did excellent jobs on both ends. They each hit big baskets in that first half to kind of give us that little cushion at half. And our girls did a great job of closing it out. And
I was going to say, earlier this year, I don't remember what game it was I saw, but all 3 of your bench players that scored in that game they came in. Kristen and Ashlyn hit 2. Maybe it was against Tipton even.
Right.
So they have that capability, and you're going to need them down the stretch here too.
Yes.
Starts tonight with at Regina, another opportunity. Goes back into next week Tuesday. Actually starts 4 straight home games for the end of the year, which is kind of neat.
Right.
Well, I guess technical 4-game home
Correct.
games. West Branch comes in next Friday, and then a unique game next Saturday at Bennett. We talked a little bit about that last week. I do have a question though. Are you guys going retro uniforms?
They have sold their uniforms, so we don't have retro uniforms to wear. But
well, still,
it was an idea.
It will be very unique. Fans need to come out because this is the first time in almost 8 years that there's been a varsity competition in that gym, and it's
We're
it's an
excited.
intimate
Yeah.
Big East setting. If you've never been to Big East, if you've never been up to Stanwood to a North Cedar game, or Loudon over for a Clarence Loudon game or whatever, I mean, it's special. I mean, you don't get those opportunities very often.
It'll be fun. Preston, they played there with the bold Big East rivalry with the Bennett gym, so they're excited to go there. The faculty at Bennett and the principal, Mr. Larson, are really excited, and we're really excited to go get that chance to kind of relive some memories. It'll be my first experience as a varsity coach in that gym. I was a boys' assistant last time we were there, so.
So you know where the dead spots are. Then.
Don't know it that formal, but no, it'll be fun.
Well, we'll catch up with you next week. Maybe we'll give a little more, I don't know if there's any special events going on next Saturday or not, but if there is, we can update that. If not, then we'll throw a plug out again. Maybe we'll, anyway, so for head coach Tony Newman, my name's Ryan Stonebreaker, and until next week, we'll see you at the game.